A client met his banker to discuss opening a restaurant in a busy airport. In us, he found a partner that understood the importance of reaching for the sky. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Mac.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. And the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
August 13th, 1940. This is London.
As the air warfare over Britain increases in tempo, London remains calm and outwardly undisturbed. In this phase of the war, the hope of London, and perhaps the hope of the Empire, rests with the fighter command of the Royal Air Force.
Comment from London by CBS newsman Edward R. Murrow 20 years ago. Mr. Murrow's vivid wartime broadcast will furnish much material for tonight's thrilling special broadcast, The Battle of Britain. The Battle of Britain will recall the dauntless courage of the British people under blitz bombardment, under the threat of imminent invasion. CBS News presents this conclusive page from World War II history tonight. Don't miss it. Another of the outstanding special services of CBS News, covering the past as well as the present in world affairs. The Battle of Britain, from CBS News, on CBS Radio tonight.
Might as well stand up, Digger. They're just about ready for you.
Bring them over here, Glick.
Yeah. We'll start walking. We're mighty lucky to find you so near a cottonwood grove. You don't know what we'd have done otherwise.
You'd have thought of something, Glick.
Like what?
You ain't above shooting a man in the back, are you?
You could make me mad talking like that, Digger.
That worries me a lot.
Oh, shut up.
Hurry up, Glick. Let's get this over with.
We've been waiting on you, Pete. What's Roble looking so long-faced about? What I told you before. This ain't right. You telling me it ain't right to hang a horse thief?
It ain't right to hang nobody the way you're doing it. I don't hold with lynching.
Hanging a horse thief ain't lynching.
You can't even prove he's a thief.
Then what was he doing with our horses?
I was camped. I didn't know nothing about your horses.
Well, I suppose they wandered up to you in the night, huh?
I don't know how they got there.
Yeah.
Well, we do.
That ain't so, Glick. We don't know nothing of the kind. I've lost horses the same as you and Pate. And I don't like it any better than you do, but just because this man was camped near a few head of yours is no proof he was stealing them.
We're wasting time listening to you, Roble.
Yeah. You don't like what we're doing, why don't you just get out?
All right. I'm gonna get out now.
You keep your mouth shut about this, you hear?
You wouldn't dare say nothing, Glick.
You better not. Yeah. That noose looks kind of empty dangling there. Why don't you put his neck here?
You men are nothing but murderers.
There's no way to go to your maker, calling people names. Yeah.
Now get on your horse. Go on.
What are you going to do? Hold the rope?
No, of course not. I'm going to tie it to the trunk of the tree, and we'll slap that horse out from under you. Get mounted now.
How can I get mounted with my hands tied?
Oh, I'll help you.
There. All right, Pate, take up the slack, will you? And get that rope tied. I'll go get our horses. You might have the decency to wait and put a bullet in me.
Bullets cost 7 cents apiece, Digger.
You're worse than I thought.
That rope tight enough?
You figure it.
I guess it'll do. Yeah. All set, Digger?
I ain't afraid.
Wouldn't matter if you was, would it?
Here's your horse, Pate. Let's get mounted.
Okay.
I'll give his horse a lick, and then we'll ride off. I ain't got no stomach to watch a man hang.
You cowards.
Go on, Glick. Get it over with.
All right, let's go. I'm cutting you down, Digger. There you are. Now you can breathe. It wasn't too long. You'd hardly passed out. Air feels good. Get your hands untied. Oh, boy. You come back. There. Now you can sit up. You feel okay? You was waiting. I circled back into them trees. I couldn't fight them. Not the two of them. But I sure didn't aim to let them hang you. I don't know how to thank a man for saving me. There's no need to. Roble, it's the truth. It's honest truth. I ain't a horse thief. I never thought you was, Digger. Can you stand? Yeah. Look, if we ain't but 10 miles from Dodge, I'd be proud to buy you a drink. All right. I got something mighty interesting to tell you on the way.
Arthur, this Saturday, we're waxing all the floors.
Not me.
You'll only have to move the furniture.
All week I've had a nagging backache with sleepless nights, still dragged out.
That's why I should think you'd want relief for that backache.
But how?
Try Doan's pills.
Good advice. That's Doan's pills, an analgesic and mild diuretic to the kidney. Nagging backache, also headache, dizziness, and muscular aches and pains, may come on with overexertion, emotional upset, or everyday stress and strain. Doan's pain-relieving action is often the answer, and they also offer mild diuretic action through the kidneys. So if nagging backache is making you feel worn out, tired, and miserable, with restless, sleepless nights, don't wait. Try Doan's pills, used successfully by millions for over 60 years. See if they don't bring you the same welcome relief. Get Doan's pills today. To save money, buy Doan's big economy size.
Chester?
Oh, Roble.
Ain't Marshal Dillon showed up yet?
Well, he went into the office for a minute. He said for you to sit down. He'll be right back out.
You tell him about Joe Digger?
Well, I told him about the lynching and how you cut him down.
Is that all?
Well, I started to tell him the rest, but he was in a hurry. He said he'd hear it all from you.
It's bad, ain't it?
Well, you're doing everything you can about it.
I hate informing on people.
Yeah, but murder's worse, Robo. Oh, here he is.
Evening, Rollo.
Hello, Marshal.
Sit down.
I've been sitting there. Ain't time for it.
Chester told me about what happened. That was a fine thing you did, Robo.
I don't hold with lynching, Marshal.
No.
And I don't hold with murder either.
Huh? Well, what do you mean?
He's going to kill him. He says he don't care how he does it.
This Joe Digger, you mean?
That's what he said, Marshal. And he meant it, too.
Well, my land, you sure can't blame him much after what they done to him.
I didn't save his life so as he could go on a killing spree, Chester.
Where is he, Robo?
I left him over at the Long Branch. I don't want to come point him out to you, but he's a tall fella. No beard, wearing a black hat.
I'll find him. Come on, Chester. Yes, sir. Are Glick and Pate in town, Robo?
I ain't seen him, and I sure don't want to.
No. You better keep out of sight for a while.
I aim to, Marshal.
I don't see nobody in here looking like he described, Mr. Dillon.
Now, there's Kitty. Let's ask her.
Maybe he's already left town looking for Glick and Pate.
And we'll have to ride out after him, Chester.
Then I hope he ain't left.
Hello, Matt. Chester.
Hello, Kitty.
Oh, Miss Kitty.
Sit down and tell me who you're looking for.
Now, how did you know we're looking for somebody?
I saw how you came in.
Oh.
Kitty, did you ever hear of Joe Digger?
Not until the night, man.
Oh. Well, you've been talking to him?
Mm-hmm. Bill Roper brought him in. He went next door for some tobacco. He'll be back directly.
Good.
I take it you know what happened.
Yeah.
Then what are you doing here? Why aren't you out after Glick and Pate?
One thing at a time, Kitty.
Well, if you don't believe it about Joe Digger now, you will when you see him. He's got a mark around his neck like a black snake. It's a horrible thing, Matt. You lynch a man.
Yeah, that's about the worst thing I know.
What about those two men? I mean, since they really didn't hang him.
They came close enough for me, Kitty.
Oh, there he is. He just came in. Headed for the bar, you see?
Yeah. No, Chester, you stay here.
All right, Chester.
Too much.
You Joe Digger?
Yeah, that's me.
I hear you ran into some trouble today.
Yeah, I seen you talking to Miss Kitty.
Well, I came in here looking for you.
What for?
I'm a marshal.
Oh?
Somebody tries to lynch a man, I want to know about it.
It's all over, Marshal. They didn't kill nobody.
You mean you'd like for me to forget about it?
Well, nothing happened. I'm alive, ain't I?
Seems to me you take it pretty easy, Digger. An ordinary man might be kind of mad about it.
They made a mistake, Marshal. They thought they was doing right. A little rope burn ain't gonna hurt me.
Digger, don't you think you're wasting your time lying to me?
What?
I came here to tell you to leave Glick and Pate to me.
Which one you going after first, Marshal?
Why, so you can get the other one?
They don't deserve a trial.
They're going to get one. And so will you if you kill either one of them.
I've been pretty lucky so far.
Look, Digger, I know how you feel about this, but stay out of it. From now on, this is my business.
Now, you're denying me what's mine.
That kind of thinking is going to lead you to the end of another rope.
That's not worth it.
And to me, maybe it is.
Don't be a fool. Think about it.
Okay. I'll think about it. It's midnight now, and I'll think about it till tomorrow midnight. By then, you better have him in jail, Marshal.
Sure. Them or you.
I bet them Glicks ain't even home, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, there's smoke coming out of the chimney, Chester.
Dinner?
Not very likely Miss Glick's going to be feeding the law today.
No, I reckon not.
All right, let's leave him here.
Hey, that horse yours got a loose shoe, ain't Mr. Jones?
I'll have to fix it before we start back.
Providing Glick will lend you his tools.
He won't have much choice about it.
Think you'll put up a fight?
I don't know. He might. Hello, Glick.
Oh. Marshal Dillon, Chester.
Glick.
What are you doing here?
Aren't you going to ask us inside?
Well, sure. Come on in. The woman's done with dinner, but I'll tell her to find something for you.
No, don't bother. I want to talk to you.
Oh? What about?
You and Hank Pate.
Me and Pate.
We'll go pick him up when we leave here.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm taking you both to jail.
Well, wait a minute, Marshal.
Do I have to explain it to you?
That might help. You walk into a man's house and arrest him, he ought to know what it's about.
Didn't you and Pate murder a man yesterday?
What man?
Joe Digger.
Digger. I never heard of no Joe Digger.
And you shouldn't go around lynching strangers.
Oh, that's what this is all about. Oh, yeah, I seen that fella, Marshal, yeah. I was riding right by there yesterday. I seen him hanging. But I don't know who did it. Sure wasn't me and Pate.
Digger says it was.
What?
He says you and Pate lynched him.
Robo told you.
Robo cut him down. Digger's alive.
Well, then what are you after us for?
Attempted murder. You're going to get at least 20 years, Glick. But it'll save your life.
What do you mean?
Digger's after you. He's going to kill you if he gets a chance, but I beat him here. Now I want to get to Pate's before he does.
Pate? Pate, he's in Dodge today.
And we better get moving. You're a prisoner, Glick.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Marshal.
Keep an eye on him, Chester. I'm going to take my horse around to the barn and fix that shoe, and then we'll leave, huh?
Okay, sir.
All right, fella, you come with me. I'll fix that shoe for you. What happened, Chester? Where's Glick?
He ran out back.
Well, you've been hit.
He got me in the arm. It was his wife, Miss Dillon. She called to him from the kitchen, and he went to the door, and she slipped him a gun. He snapped off a shot at me and run out back so I could move. She stood in the doorway so I couldn't shoot.
How's your arm? Is it broken?
No, it's just tore up a little.
I better stop him before he gets on a horse.
We stood out there in the kitchen and heard every word that was said.
I never thought about hurrying to help.
The barn door's open.
We gonna walk right up there?
No, we can't do that. Here, we'll wait here by the corner of the house. You get out behind that rain barrel.
Might as well. I sure ain't much use.
Yeah, you've seen it.
You try to stop me now, Marshal.
It's no use to run. Hold it, Glenn.
You got him.
Yeah.
You hit him right in the head, Mr. Dillon.
He ducked down. I was shooting for his middle.
How come you rode straight for it? Why didn't you go the other way?
He knew our horses were out in front. He wanted to get to them before we did.
Well, there's one man that won't go to jail. Oh, my. Here comes his wife.
He's dead, ma'am.
No.
I'm sorry I had to do it.
No.
Miss Glick. Ma'am. All right, come on, Chester.
Mr. Dillon, you can't go off and leave her like this.
I'm going to dig a grave for him. We'll just have to leave her. Or Hank Pate won't go to jail either.
Hi, this is Dennis James. Say, remember way back when this melody was popular? There's something very special about a long-time favorite, isn't there? Well, folks feel the same way about one of Kellogg's favorites, Kellogg's All Bran. Going on 41 years now, it's been America's most popular good food way to fight irregularity from lack of bulk. Because it's whole bran, Kellogg's All Bran gentles away irregularity safely and reliably. And because it's deep toasted for extra crispness, it never gets mushy in milk. There's only one All Bran, Kellogg's All Bran. That's ALL-BRAN. Kellogg's All Bran.
Come in.
Hello, Doc.
Oh, Matt. I'm all finished. Doc says a couple of weeks, and I can start using my arm again, Mr. Dillon.
Good.
Yeah, that is providing you keep it in that sling, Chester.
Oh, I will, Doc. I'll be real careful.
Is it all right, Doc?
Yes, it looks clean, Matt, but I'll change the dressing every day for a while so as I can watch it.
Did you get the horses put out, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, I took care of them.
Then we better start looking for Hank Pate.
Near midnight, Chester. You go to bed and I'll find him.
No, sir, I'm going with you. Oh, I know I ain't much help, but I can look one way while you're looking the other.
Well, that's up to you.
Up to him? You know, I've heard of cases where this sort of thing was up to the doctor, not the patient.
I ain't no patient, Doc.
Oh, no? Well, maybe you'll begin to feel more like a patient when I give you my bill.
Bill? You going to charge me for pouring that smelly old stuff on my arm and wrapping it up with a couple of little rags?
Chester, your bill has just gone up $1.
You're not, Doc. I didn't really mean that.
You better shut up and come with me, Chester. You'll be a lot safer.
Yes, ma'am. I sure am.
See you later, Doc.
Yes, well, Matt, is there going to be a shooting?
I don't know, but you better not go to bed for a while yet.
Oh, I'll be here.
Hasn't your arm even hurt?
Well, sure it does. It hurts fierce. But that helps keep me awake.
I don't think it hurts at all. You'd be yelling your head off.
It does, too, hurt. You just don't realize how brave I am.
I'm trying to get you to go to bed, Chester.
I know you are. Where will we look first?
All right, Texas Trail's closest.
Guess if anything had already happened, Doc would have heard of it, wouldn't he, Al?
Yeah.
Say, maybe if we run into Joe Digger first, you ought to lock him up temporary, like.
I aim to.
Of course, Pate might have left town already and gone home.
And they told me his horse is still at the stable, Chester. I guess he's not planning to go home tonight.
He'll be disappointed if he is. That was in Texas Trail, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah.
Hey, look. There's Joe Digger. He just come out.
You stay here.
Yes, sir.
Digger.
You're too late, Marshal.
Did you do that shooting?
Well, I waited. I told you I would.
You waited for what?
Well, to kill Hank Pate.
What?
It's after midnight. 5 minutes or so. I just figured you wasn't going to do nothing about it.
You figured wrong. Were both those shots yours?
Sure they were. I didn't even wait for him to draw. You know, a man like that don't deserve a chance.
You should have let the law decide about that, Digger. I'd have arrested him. He'd have gone to jail.
All right, then why hadn't you done it?
Because I was busy.
Busy doing what?
Trying to take Glick.
Trying? Where is he?
He's dead. I guess I beat you to him.
Now, you didn't beat me to Hank Pate, Marshal.
For your sake, I wish I had. All right, Digger, you're under arrest for murder.
Oh, no. Now, that ain't fair.
I warned you.
No. Miss Dillon, you all right?
What's the matter? Did he try to draw on you? I couldn't see him.
He tried, Chester. Maybe I should have let him.
But then you'd have had to shoot him.
I know. This way, like I told him, I probably just saved him for the end of another rope.
Ever notice the way Pepsi-Cola has of disappearing fast? It's easy to understand when you remember how every ice-cold ounce of Pepsi tingles with a taste that everybody in the family enjoys. And then, too, there's no time limit on Pepsi. Day or night, with meals or by itself, work days or weekends, for parties or all by yourself. Ah, but the thing that really makes Pepsi go fast is its light touch. Pepsi always refreshes lightly, without filling. So a Pepsi just never tastes like too much. To make sure your supply of Pepsi meets the demand, always buy an extra carton or two. You can't run a household without it.
Gunsmoke. Produced and directed in Hollywood by Norman Macdonnell, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. The story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston. Featured in the cast were Vic Perrin, Lawrence Dobkin, Barney Phillips, and Harry Bartell. Harley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty.
This is George Walsh inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents another story on Gunsmoke.
Latest news from
follows, after which we join the Mitch Miller Show on the CBS Radio Network.
A lifetime of hard work, children laughing in the kitchen, family photos on a restaurant wall, a legacy that lives on. It all comes from the power of a conversation, like the one Tommy Hall had with First Horizon Bank about taking over his father's Charleston-based restaurant business. Now the table is set for a whole new generation. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Tommy. First Horizon Bank, member FDIC.